Hi guys, welcome to Tutoru. Today we will be analyzing the data of Bitcoin and our main focus will be on to determine the months on which Bitcoin is performing better than the previous month. Now, I have the data with me. I'll show you the data. My data has date, my data has open, high, low and close volume of Bitcoin, and then I have symbol. Now, just to show you what the open, high and close mean, so look at this figure. These are the 4 points that every share or a coin has. So what it means, let's take example of Bitcoin. So what Bitcoin is, whenever on a particular day the Bitcoin has some values, it has the highest value which is considered as the high value, and then you have open value. This is the open point. Open point means on which Bitcoin open on a particular day. So the close of the previous day is considered as the open of present day, and this is the close value. Close value indicates that on which price the Bitcoin was when the day was closed. So it can be 11:59 and 59 seconds, the close value. And the low value indicates the maximum lower point the Bitcoin has reached in one day. Now we'll start making some reports on the basis of our data. The best way to analyze the data of any share or coin is, first of all, we need to create a matrix. This matrix will be adding some values. My first value will be date. Okay, I'll take this date into my matrix. I'll add the open and close value, and I'll select here maximum and minimum. You see, currently it's selected as sum. We don't need the sum values, we need the maximum of open and the minimum of close. Now this is our first matrix. We need other matrix also. So I'll create one more matrix. In this matrix, I'll put the high and close. So again, I'll say date. After that, I have the high value and the low value. And again, I need to perform some steps here. So I'll select the maximum for high and minimum for low. Okay, we have our data ready. And lastly, I'll create one more matrix. Now in our third matrix, we need the data which we do not have in our columns. So we need to feed our data and pick those certain values from our data and put inside our matrix. Now what I need, firstly I need the data of a coin on the very first day and the last day of the month. So what I need to do, I need to create some measures. Now my first measure will be to calculate the value of Bitcoin on day 1 of the month. So first of all, I'll rename it and say it as first day of the month. And now I'll write the code. So I'll say calculate and then sum of my open value, and I'll close this. And now because I need the start date, so I'll say start of month and I'll provide the date here. And I'll click on OK. Yes, my new measure is created. And I'll put this inside my vector. Okay, before that I'll add date and the first month. Yes, it is picking it correctly. Now similarly, I also need it for the last month. So I'll copy this entire statement. I'll create a new measure. I'll paste it here. This time I need the last value. So last day of the month, and instead of open, I need it for the close. So select close, and from here as well, instead of start of month, select end of month and click yes. Okay, so new measure is created. Now pick this last value here. Yes, are the three metrics on which we will be working. Now, because our focus is to analyze which month is better, so what we'll be doing here, we will be focused. Okay, I'll first make it a bit larger in the focus mode. Yes, now I think you can see it much clearly. So I'll pick to 2018 and you see now it's giving me results for each quarter. I'll scroll it down. Yes, this is what we need. So you see in Jan, the very first day is 13715. So it means on this date, the opening price of Bitcoin was 13715. The same goes for the month, the last month. So on the 31st of Jan, we have this particular value, which is 10,285. Now we can add one more measure here. Measure will be to subtract these two values. It's a very simple measure. So I'll go back. I'll create a new measure. And in this measure, I need to find the difference between the first and the last. Again, what I'll do, okay, I'll paste it here and this time I need to find close minus open. So I'll change it to, okay, I'll copy it once again and I'll paste it here and say subtract. Yes. So now I need to say here close and here as end of month. So you see now I have created a measure. This measure is, we'll first take the end of month value and then it will subtract it from the open value. So whenever our answer is in positive, it means the month is green, and if it is in negative, the month is in red. Green means it has moved up and red means it has moved down. And here you can say that difference between open and close. And you can also mention what open and close. So here you can say that end of month and start of month. Okay, I'll click yes and a new measure will be created and I'll drag this measure into our table. So yes, you see now we have all the values. Now let's just check it for any one value. I'll pick 2018 and 2018 you see the first date is 1375, the last date is 10,000, and then what we are doing, we are subtracting it. And whenever we are subtracting it, it will give me 10,000 minus 13,000 minus 3430, which means it is a negative month. We have fallen from the start value of Bitcoin. And now we will be focused on visualization part. So because I have a lot of values, I'll pick the line and clustered column chart. So I'll make it a bit bigger and then I'll drag the date inside it. And my next thing will be the first day. What's the value on the first day and what's the value on last day. So I'll click the last day as well here. Now, okay, so first of all, I'll filter it on the basis of year because it will give me my monthly data. And I'll click 2021. Now I will bring it to next level, quarter, month. Yeah, this is what we need in form of month. Now we have a data in the form of month. Now we have also created a difference between open and close. So what I'll do, I'll drag it here as well. Yes, so you see here, whatever the values which are below the x-axis, they detect that it's a negative month, and whichever is above, so it tells you that this is a positive month. Now we'll add some more values inside it. So on the y-axis, we'll add the high. So I'll select on high and we'll also add the close. Sorry, not the close, we'll add low values. And again, we need to change these values. We have to select the maximum and minimum of it. So I'll say maximum of high and minimum of low. Now you see we have the maximum and the minimum lines here. Now let's just take a case of any month. So yes, I think you will be able to see it much clearly. This is what we have come to the conclusion of the video. Now let's analyze any month. Let's pick the month of May. If you will analyze the data of Bitcoin for different year, you will find that May is always the negative month. From our data also we can say that on the month of May, Bitcoin has fallen a big value. You see there is a big gap between the start of month and end of month, and which is depicted here. It has fallen the most in the month of May. Also, you see the comparison between the highest and the lowest value. It's a big value. So you can say that May is always the negative month of the Bitcoin. So if you are investing your money, you can short your values in the month of May. That's all. Thank you.